Candles. I've got a nice store of, maybe a 10-day supply of those little teapot kettles with a little cooker to go with it. Like a little stove top, the ones at Walmart. Well, I mean, I might have 20 days supply, but I decided to get some soy wax. I don't think it's the kind that burns up and evaporates like the tea kettle or little teapot candles. Now this, I think it's just like a regular wax candle. It just melts down and you can reuse it. So I bought a bunch of smokeless wicks and 5 pounds of this soy wax. I'm gonna try it, and I also bought a tiny little mini cheesecake cupcake looking pan. It's got about 24 little tiny little uh, teapot sized candle. I mean, cavities in it. I'm gonna use it to make the candles. I'm just gonna, put the little pour the wax in it and put the wick in the middle, or however. But that wax isn't very expensive. For 5 pounds, it looks like a lot. Um, and if it's reusable, like I think it is, then you just rotate it. As you burn them up, you just remake them. But that's the route I'm gonna go for lighting. I mean, I'm probably gonna do solar eventually, but it's good to have a good supply of emergency candles. I'll have to see how much this stuff lasts, and how good it burns, and how reusable the wax is. And I might keep me a year, well, an emergency supply at least of candles. I really would like to go solar. I would really like a solar panel for my little tiny house. But I'd like one of those solar panel water producers too, for drinking water and bathing water. Man, that would be ideal. I live next to a swamp, but that water's not really drinkable without a filtration system, but it'd work good for toilets. And there's plenty of rainwater around here, so got plenty of water for bathing and all that. But I wouldn't mind having one of those solar distillers, uh, solar panel distillers, because, uh, well, I think the water will probably be already purified and everything. It won't have any contaminants or nothing. It shouldn't, anyway. So it'll already be ready to drink. I don't have to worry about filtration. I don't have to worry about bacteria and all this other stuff. It should be ready to go. I mean, at least as far as I understand how the technology works. We'll see. I'm still researching it and pricing it and all that. That stuff's pretty high dollar. But yeah, I still want solar panels. That's just such an easy form of energy. And I already know how to build wind turbines, so I wouldn't mind building my own little personal, private little wind turbine too. Build a couple of small ones and just combine it. I might even have a little generator that runs on hydrogen. Is what I'd like to do. Get me a little natural gas ran generator and rig it up for hydrogen. Get me some propane tanks and store hydrogen. On all my excess wind and solar, I'll just store hydrogen. And then the hydrogen will just be an emergency generator. When the wind and solar ain't kicking. I'm not going to do batteries, I don't think. Batteries just, unless you get some really high dollar batteries, it's out of my budget. Batteries are just too expensive. So I'm just going to stick with the hydrogen fuel. I think it'll be cheaper, really, for my kind of setup in the long run. But that's in the future. I really need to find a place where I can be stationary. A couple acres where I could grow some crops and have a little orchard and a garden. Without that, it's almost pointless. But anyway, yeah, that I want to see how this wax works out. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I'm going to try it and give it an evaluation. So far, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's going to work out fine.